Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a video on my Real Techniques brush collection. I'm going to start off with my single brushes I have from them and then go on to the sets. Most of their brushes do come in sets, which are really good value for what they are. They're really good brushes, really soft brushes, and let's just go ahead. So first of all, here's all the single brushes I have. So starting with the face brushes, we'll start with the Expert Face Brush. This is a lovely brush. I used to prefer the buffing brush, but now I much prefer this because it's a lot more dense than the buffing brush, and I just find it blends a lot better. So this is a really good one, and I think it's about £8. Generally I buy my Real Techniques brushes from Amazon because they work out cheaper on there than Superdrug or Boots. The next one I have is the powder brush. A lot of people compare it to the Nancy powder brush, but I don't think it comes anywhere close. The Real Techniques is much better than the Nancy powder brush. I love my Nancy brushes, but this one's better. Then on to the sort of colour brushes, I guess. So this one is the blush brush. I've not used this very much. I prefer the angled brushes for blusher, but a lot of people do use this for bronzer, which I guess will work really well with it. I often use it to actually blend out my contour so that it's really well blended. And the same one with blush as well if I find that it's a bit too much. Then this next one is one of my absolute favourite ones. It's a setting brush. You can tell that I use it a lot because the writing is pretty much worn off. So you can use this for setting the under eye, for concealer, powder on top of concealer, also for highlighter. And although my makeup's not looking so great right now because it's the end of the day and it was done this morning, the highlight is Oh Darling from MAC, of course. And then the next brush here are the single brushes. It's part of their eye range, but it's the Lash Brow Groomer. So your brows and your lashes. It's really good, but I prefer to use a spoolie most of the time. So now going on to some brush sets. I'm going to start with the limited edition ones so that we can sort of get them out of the way. So one of the first ones is the limited edition eyelining set. This did come with a little pouch, which was kind of cute. I actually got this from TK Maxx, so it was only $14.99, which is really good. So we have the pointed liner brush, a eyeliner brush, a smudge brush, and a precision liner brush. So you get 4 brushes in there. That's what they look like. I actually use this one here, the eyeliner brush, because it's quite thick, if you can see. I actually use it for my brows rather than eyeliner because I think it's too thick to use for eyeliner itself. So that's what I use that one for. So just because a brush, like specifically, for example, the Real Techniques brushes, just because it has a name and says what it does, doesn't mean you have to use it for that purpose. Use whatever you'd like to use it for. The next limited edition set that I have is the new Christmas set that's in Superdrug here in the UK, which is this one, which comes with a little bag. So we have 5 brushes. So we'll start with the face one first of all. So we have this one, which is the tapered foundation brush. I don't often like these types of brushes for using for foundation, but I do like to use it for concealer because it really sort of gets under there. So that's what I use that one for. The next two, it's another one of my favourites. This was a big reason why I bought this set, was this brush. I had to have it again, basically. And it is basically exactly the same, except for the fact that it's, this one's shiny and that one's not. And I've actually got them mixed up because I'm lying to you. The setting brush doesn't come in that set. This one does. The angled highlighter brush, which is like the setting brush, but obviously it's angled. I can't believe I got them mixed up. Anyway, this one's really good for using for highlighter, obviously, because again you've got it there, it's the right sort of size, and then down here. Obviously it's slightly better than using this one, but they're basically the same brush. Then we have the multitask brush. I've been wanting this one for a while. And this one you can use for powder or again just sort of blending out certain places that are not blended enough. And it's so soft. So nice. And then we have 2 eye brushes. So first of all we have an eyeliner one, which is the fine liner brush. And again, all the brushes in this set are like metallic almost, rather than the black matte colour of the normal brushes. And the last one in this set I was actually really disappointed about, because one of my favourite brushes from them is the base shadow brush. But if you look at the one that comes in the starter kit, there's a difference. See, most people probably wouldn't recognise this, but I do. This one's very much smaller that way and also that way. It's just not the same. And I really like this to put colour all over the lid and up to the brow bone. It's just going to take longer with this one. So I wasn't happy about that, because this was another big reason as to why I bought that set, was this brush. And it disappointed me. So, moving on to the starter kit. Now I would say this set, it comes with one of those pouches, the travel pouches. So you can flip it over, and I use it to dry my brushes in that. Or I use it to take my brushes when I travel. Now this one is the starter kit, so you get 5 brushes. First of all, you have the brow brush, which again, you can tell that the wording's rubbing off. And I use it for my brows. I love this one. The next one from them, I think maybe I've used once, just because I've only recently got into using gel liner, but it's very good for that. And this is the fine liner brush. Another one that I use, not very often, but if I'm using a base, so a MAC paint pot or a colour tattoo from Maybelline, or even just an eye primer, I use this one, which is the Deluxe Crease Brush. See, I wouldn't use this in my crease because it's quite big, but I use it just to use the cream shadows and stuff like that to blend out. And then I've already discussed this, it's one of my favourites, the base shadow brush, and I've already told you what I use it for. So with this, you can actually also use it for in the crease, because it's that perfect size if you turn it on its side this way rather than that way. Very good brush. The last one in this set is the accent brush. Now I use this one to put my highlight on my inner corner, or sometimes to put shadow on the lower lash line. And I have a really good brush, so I would definitely recommend that set. With the eyeliner set, sorry, just sort of going back, if you use eyeliner, yes, I suggest getting it. Otherwise, you probably don't need this set. And for this one that come out in the holidays, if you can get it, get it. It's a good set. Definitely recommend it. And I got it when it was down to like 20 quid in Superdrug. Amazing. So the next set I have here, I think initially they said it was limited edition, but it's definitely still in the shops now. So this was the Sculpting Set by Real Techniques. This is where the setting brush came from. And again, it's got that sort of metallic-y colour to them, so I guess it was meant to be limited edition, but they're still selling it. So, the setting brush. Then we have the sculpting brush. And it's meant to be to contour with, but have you seen that? It's too big. Would you want a contour that big on your face? Nuh-uh. So, I mean, you could pinch it, but why waste time? I use it for foundation. Because if you'd notice, it's just a little bit bigger than the Expert Face Brush. So I use it for that. Always find a use for a brush. And the last one in here was an exclusive to this set, and this was the fan brush. And again, this is just for highlight. Could do it, yeah, Cupid's bow as well if you wanted to. Be a bit more difficult, but yes. Then the last, well, almost kind of last of my sets. Ew, one of these are dirty. Let's not look at that brush. Anyway, this is the, well, you don't actually get this many, so technically, I did have 2 sets of these. This is the core collection, brush collection. I had to get a second set because my buffing brush died, and I was so upset, literally. I almost cried. The hairs were just falling out. I was so upset because back then it was literally my favourite foundation brush. See, that one's dirty. Just don't look at dirtiness. So with this set, you would get the buffing brush. You then get a pointed foundation brush, which again, I use for concealer. We then have the detailer brush. Because I have two of these, one I use for lip liner, sort of lining the lips or putting on lipstick if I need to, and the other one I use for eyeshadow. And then the contour brush. And again, because I have two, I use one for setting my under eyes and one for contouring. This is a really good brush. So obviously I have almost double this set. It's a really good set. Another one that I would really recommend buying. It's definitely a good starter kit. I mean, if you had this and you had the starter kit, you'd almost be set. You'd maybe need a couple of other brushes because obviously you need something for powder if you use powder. But these are pretty good. So that's quite a few. Now, to go for a little bit more fancy brushes, these, I wouldn't necessarily say you have to get all of these, but I nearly have them all. It's the Bold Metal collection. You know, I keep dropping brushes today. So, some of these I got in a kit. This was the first one I actually got, which was the contour brush, because I didn't at the time have any contour brushes like this. So, I wanted to get it, and it's very pretty. They are very pretty. But, I think I've used this twice. And I think they're £26, which is a lot for a brush. So, unless you contour all the time, and you don't have that many other contour brushes, probably not best. And to be honest, every time I've used this, I've gone back in with this one to blend it out, because it doesn't blend it enough. This one does. So, not necessarily needed. The next two I then bought were these two. So one of the eye ones and the face one. So looking at this eye one first, it is the, I think they call it the deluxe crease or the pointed crease or bullet crease. I don't know, someone will correct me. But it's the 201. You can maybe see it on there. It's a bit difficult for the lights. But again, I've not used this very often, maybe once or twice. I just have other brushes I prefer to use in the crease. So I wouldn't suggest necessarily picking this one up. And the next one was from their face set. This was the powder brush. This is the original one. It's very nice, it's very soft. I generally use this if I use my Hourglass ambient lighting palette, because it's just the right size to sort of get in there, and it just makes me feel even more luxury, because luxury brush, luxury product. But this one was £30. It's expensive, very expensive. But the next three brushes, now the deal's not there anymore, and that kind of sucks, but they might go on sale after Christmas, so if they do, definitely get it if you get the chance to, because I got these three for £30 in Boots. It's the Bold Metals Collection Christmas set, exclusive to Boots, and it comes with the shadow brush, which I did want to get, the blush brush, and then an exclusive brush to the set, which is the slanted powder brush. Now I wanted to get the blush brush anyway, and you could use it for blush, you could use it for highlight, potentially even use it to contour if you wanted to, depending on what you want to use it for. Also I guess setting the under eye. But this brush alone is £25, and I got all three for £30. So I couldn't not buy the set really. But these two are really nice, lovely brush, again just to put shadow all over the lid and can be done really quickly. Blush brush is very nice, but this one, I really, really like it. It's such a lovely powder brush. It's not too dense, it puts powder on so nice. I remember seeing, I think it was Nick said that, Nick from Pixie Woo obviously, said that if you pinch it you could use it to contour, but I have a lot of contour brushes so I wouldn't need to. But if you don't have a lot of brushes, then certainly that would be a use that you can have for it. Also, if you get the chance to get this set, get it and do not get this one. This powder brush is so much better than this one. But they are pretty. They're pretty. So again, that's all my Real Techniques brushes, and let's see if I can do this. I don't think I can. There's so many. Uh-oh, I need to drop one. So this is all of my Real Techniques brushes. So guys, that's the end of my collection with those guys. They are all very good. I would definitely recommend getting them. If you have some, let me know which ones you have in the comment bar below. It'd be nice to chat to you guys about your favourite Real Techniques brushes or any brushes you like to and if there's any you think I should try, let me know. If I haven't already, I'll definitely look at trying them out. So let me know of any videos you want to see up and coming. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram because I really want to get my 5k giveaway going really soon. I'm really excited about doing that. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video and comment below. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.